just go ahead and show you. Oh, this is very exciting. This is very exciting for me. I'm very excited. Just in general, very excited. Hello everyone! Welcome to today's video. My name is Kenzie. If you did not know that, now you know. And guys, if you read the title, if you clicked on the video, you know what this is about. We're going to be talking all about my breast augmentation surgery. That is right, you guys. I don't know where to really start on this topic here. It's been 4 days since surgery. I had the surgery on July the 16th, which was last Monday, and today is the 20th. 17, 18, 19, 20, yeah. So it's been 4 days, and I wanted to kind of give you a little rundown, kind of go through what we did, kind of check off the little tick marks and everything like that. It's all very jumbled in my brain. I'm trying to get everything out and to make it cohesive. But yeah, if you want to see all the deets and the details on my augmentation, then keep on watching. Now the first thing off I'm going to go ahead and say is that if you do not condone plastic surgery, if that's something that you don't like, then by all means you do not have to watch this video. You do not have to go get plastic surgery or anything like that. If you don't like it, that's entirely up to you, and you are free to have your own opinions or your own thought process around plastic surgery in general, and I do not mind that whatsoever. You are free to have your own opinions. But if you are somebody that is interested in something like I did, or any kind of plastic surgery in general, definitely this video is for you. But mine in general is going to be the breast augmentation, so if you're looking for a facial surgery, try checking somewhere else. But disclaimer out of the way, let's go ahead and just jump right into it. So I guess let's start at the beginning. So let's talk about why I wanted to get them done in the first place. So the reason why I wanted to get them done in the first place was because both of my boobs in general were very uneven. I had one that was an A and then one that was a B, so whenever I would put on bras, one of them would be fine, like it would fill the bra up fine, but then the other one would have like a big hand pocket that I could stick my whole hand in, and then if I wore an A-cup bra, the A size was fine, but then the B size would kind of spill over. It wasn't a pretty picture, so I ended up wearing like C bras just to give them both enough room, which was way too big, and it didn't look very good, and it just wasn't practical. So that's why I wanted to get them done in the first place, was just to pretty much just make them even. And then I booked a consultation. That's the very first thing that you do when you want to get any kind of reconstruction done whatsoever. You book a consultation, and the doctor that I did choose to go with, his name is Dr. Delosier, and he is based in Nashville. I will have his name right here. I would really recommend him. He's wonderful. But yeah, so I went to him. I booked this consultation in like mid-May, around that time. So what you do when you go in is you sit down and you have these nurses, and the nurses, they go through and they kind of give you I didn't take any kind of footage while I was there because I didn't know if he was okay with something like that, so I just didn't want to risk it. I didn't take any footage while there. But what they had was actually really cool. It was kind of like a augmented reality kind of thing. So they have you undress and they have you stand in front of this machine that has, so it has an arm here, and so it's a camera right here, look, just at your chest, and then you have your arms to the side, and it takes a 3D picture of your chest, your entire chest, from your shoulders to like your stomach. So it takes a 3D picture of that, and then they use their own computer, and then they put in, you can do different CC sizes. They take that picture of you standing like this, that 3D rendering of your chest, and then they go in and they can literally just map out your breast area and then put in 400 cc's. And then it will do that exact same thing on the computer, and it will show you an augmented computer version as to what those would look like. So we settled on 375 cc's in each one. That is what we settled on the day of the consultation. And then after that, this was actually really funny because the consultation and my pre-op screening was on the same day because my mom went with me for all of this, and she was so supportive, and I love my mama so much for all of this. So she was with me the entire time, and we were going in to schedule the appointment after we talked to the nurses, and Dr. Delozier came in and talked to me and everything. We went to go schedule the appointment, and then the scheduler just said to me, she goes, well, we had this was on the 10th. My consultation was on July 10th. And she goes, well, we had a cancellation on the 16th. We can do you then. And that was like 6 days away. So I was just like, yes, let's do it. Book me in. I'm ready. And my mom was like, what? Because you know, normally whenever you're going in to have these kinds of surgeries, you have to at least wait 2 weeks, and usually even more, like a month out or something like that. But nope, mine was 6 days after I had my consultation, and she goes, well, Mackenzie, if you're really dead set on this, you can pay all of it right now, and you can get your pre-op screening done today. And I was like, all right. Sign me up, let's do it. So basically for the pre-op screening, you go in, you get your blood drawn just to make sure that your red blood cell counts are high enough, white blood cell counts. I'm not entirely sure. Some doctors require you to get a mammogram. Mine did not because of my age. And that's pretty much it. And then 6 days later, I had my surgery. Now, leading up to surgery, of course, you cannot smoke. If you do smoke cigarettes, then they obviously have you sign the waiver to be like, hey, you understand the risks that come with smoking cigarettes, and you have to sign off on it and everything. But you're not supposed to smoke cigarettes because it can really hinder the healing of the body process of the healing. And you're not supposed to have nicotine at all, so vaping, nicotine patches, gum, anything like that. So you're not supposed to have any kind of nicotine products for at least 2 weeks, I would say, before surgery, which is fine with me, so that didn't matter. But and then you on the day of surgery, you cannot drink any kind of water, eat any kind of food. So the night before, I couldn't have anything from 12 a.m. to my surgery time. So completely, I was starving by the time I got to the place, the operating place. I was starving and I couldn't drink anything. You couldn't drink anything at all. They gave me this tiny little pill. It was like a pre-anesthetic, anesthetic kind of thing. And then you go in, you speak with the anesthesiologist, and he told me pretty much everything that was going on. He said, you know, we're going to put this IV. He ended up putting it in my arm right here. Usually they'll put it in your hand, but he tried to put it in my hand and my veins were way too small, so he couldn't put it in my hand, so he put it in my arm. And then they give you just some normal just pain medications, or not pain medications, but stuff just to get you ready. So whenever I get wheeled back, and well, actually I don't get wheeled back, I just kind of walk back there. They say, Mackenzie, we're ready for you. I got undressed, put the dressing gown on and everything like that, got ready, put my hair in a little wrap thing. They have these like surgical socks they have you put on, and they're so tight around your legs and around your feet. Like they feel like they're squeezing the life out of you, but they're not. They're really good for blood clots and stuff. But so they have you suit up, and then she said, we're ready for you, and I was like, great. So I walked on back there, and that is when the anesthesiologist had me lay down, and the last thing I remember is putting the needle into my arm right here, and then he goes, okay, great. And then I remember nothing after that. I think I was just so ready. I was just like, all right, let's go. I was like already preparing myself to go to sleep, so I was just laying down just like this, just waiting for unconsciousness. So you can't wear any contacts. You can't do anything like that. Can't wear any kind of jewelry. I know I kind of mix those two parts up. Can't wear any jewelry. Can't wear contacts. I had to take my nails off, so I have natural nails. I couldn't have my pretty nails on or anything like that. I still have my toenails painted, so those were fine, but some doctors may require you to have no toenail polish. I don't know. But I remember nothing of him saying, okay, great. Like, he got it in. But, so I woke up and it was literally a split second. I closed my eyes and opened them again. So when I woke up, it actually wasn't too terrible. I was pretty cognitive, even though that I was very drowsy. I was very, very tired. I was just sleepy in general. Being in recovery, I don't remember very much of it. It was very like this. Like, I would come in and then go back to sleep. I remember they were laughing at me, and even my mom told me this. I didn't remember saying this, but my mom told me this. She goes, when they came and got me, because it was my mom and my dad that came to the surgery with me, and the nurse goes, okay, well, I'm gonna go get your parents now. I said, great, wonderful. And then my mom comes in and she goes, hi honey, how are you? And I said, just like that, and then one of the nurses goes, oh, Scarlett, that's my mom's name. She goes, oh, Scarlett, they're beautiful, like they're great. And I said, oh, I know they are. I hadn't even seen them yet. They're bandaged up. I can't see nothing. And I'm just like, oh, I know they are. So my mom told me that, and I thought that was really funny. But it was fine. On the way home, my mom stopped me to get, she stopped to get me a milkshake from Sonic, because that's what I wanted. I wanted a chocolate milkshake for Lord knows what reason, I don't know. And then I got a burrito from Taco Bell. May not have been the best choice, but it was fine. My stomach was fine. I did have a little bout of nausea on the way home, but turned out it was just a burp. I just needed a burp, and it's really so hard to burp whenever you first get out because you're bound. Like, the stuff that they put around your chest is so tight. I've watched other people's videos of them doing their breast augmentation experience, stuff like that, and they wake up with the surgical bra on. I didn't have one of those. Mine was literally a piece of like really stretchy gauze that was wrapped around my chest, my torso area about 6 times, and it was so tight, you guys. I could not breathe. Like, it was so hard to breathe. And then they kept telling me, now Kenzie, take super deep breaths in, because people sometimes, if they don't breathe deep enough, they'll develop liquid in their lungs and you'll get pneumonia after surgery. And I'm like, oh God, you don't want that. So I was just trying to breathe, and I couldn't. It was just so hard. So that was awful. It was a torture device. I hated every second of it. It sucked. It sucked. So that part was pretty rough, but once I got home, it was alright. The first day after like the day of surgery, like after I got home, I slept. I just went to bed. I ate my burrito, had a little bit of my milkshake, and then I just fell asleep. I didn't sleep for very long, actually, because I was expecting to literally do nothing but sleep, because that's what I've heard people say in the past, is they did nothing but sleep. And I kind of didn't. I slept for a little while afterwards, but then I was pretty lucid. I was pretty awake. I couldn't move very well because I have a little more movement of my arms right now. See, this is about as high as I can go without it hurting really bad. So my arms are definitely not super ready. Like, they're not all the way healed, and I'm very much still in recovery. This is just day 4, and this is the day that I felt, you know, good enough to sit down and film post-op. So, but yeah, so the first day was okay. Sleeping was awful. Sleeping sucked, especially on that first day, because you're having to sit up. You sit up at like a 45-degree angle like this, probably like that. So you have to sit up sleeping, because if you try to lay down, I've heard people that they can lay down, but I could not. It felt like gravity was pushing, gravity was pushing on them. It hurt so bad if I tried to lay down. So I couldn't lay down. And then when I would try to sit up, like on the couch or on my bed here, and sleep, my back would hurt. Like my lower back would start hurting, and it would be the thing that would wake me up. It wouldn't be my boobs, it would be my back waking me up, and it sucked so bad. So sleeping was pretty much a pain. So on that first day, so another 24 hours had passed, so I already had the surgery, so day 2. Day 2 was, it was okay. I have a really weird affinity with medication, like drug medication, so they gave me Percocet and I didn't really take it. I took it maybe twice as I was sleeping, but during the day when I was awake, I just took Tylenol because I can't stand feeling weird. Like, I have a really bad anxiety over, just dropped my ring, I have a really weird anxiety over feeling weird and not feeling in my own head. So if I took the Percocet during the day when I was like awake, I would have been like freaking out. So I did not take it during the day, but I would take probably like half of one as I went to bed to make me tired and to make me sleep okay. But that second day was pretty rough. Like, it hurt to pretty much do anything. Again, I couldn't breathe, and I have a pretty high pain tolerance. I have a pretty high pain threshold. So the pain on day 2 was probably about a 7 for me, and again, 7 for me could be a 10 to somebody else, you know? But the reason it hurt so bad, it wasn't even the fact that my actual boobs hurt, it was the fact that it was so tight. That wrap on me was so tight that it was just pushing everything in. And then moving on to day 3, it was actually a lot better. Day 3 was the day that I was allowed to take my wrap off, and it was, oh my gosh, it was glorious, guys. Like, it was absolutely, it was like Jack and Rose in the Titanic. It was like, ha. I just did the Hunger Games thing. That was weird. But it was absolutely amazing. You get that thing taken off and everything just goes, whoo. It's just, it hurts. It really does hurt because, for one, you're having something pressed up against you, so your boobs are kind of like pressed up to your chest, and then once you take that thing off, it has nothing else. It doesn't have anywhere to go but down. So it hurts when it's pulled down, but it feels so much better. You can breathe. And then also on day 3 was the day that I was able to take my first shower. And that I was very excited about as well, because I'm one of those people, I love the shower. I just like to take a shower. I'll go and just sit in the shower because I have like a place to sit down. So I just go like sit and like just think and just like wash my body and everything. I like the shower. I could do that finally, and it was amazing. You cannot get your stitches wet, so if you do get this done and you can take a shower, you can have the water kind of run over the breast here, but you cannot actually take the soap and rub on the stitches whatsoever. And it's actually pretty easy to keep water away from there because you're not usually going like this and putting water underneath. So that wasn't a big deal. And then I just put on my surgical bra. That's the one I have on now. It has no underwire. Whenever you're able to start wearing a bra of any kind, you cannot wear underwire for at least 6 weeks, I believe, just because it will mess with the stitches. It will make them hurt and it can get them infected, and it's not good for it. One other thing that I wanted to mention that I forgot to, because I've been so excited, I've just been kind of like spouting out things as I think of them. I got 430 cc's. I know that I said 475 before, but while I was in surgery, my doctor put the 475 in and then sat me up to see what it would look like, and he said they didn't look good. They looked way too big, so he laid me back down and put in 430. So, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, with my doctor, it's all about what looks good with your body, and he'll give you what you want. It's not that if you're wanting something, you know, like a double D, something like that, if there's a certain thing in your mind that you're wanting, he'll do that for you, but he wants it to be with your body shape and your height and your body type. So I got 430 cc's in each one, and I have saline. I know a lot of people get silicone, which is 100% fine, but I chose saline in mine personally for 3 reasons. Number 1, saline is more safe on the body. If anything was to rupture or break inside the body, saline can be harmlessly absorbed by your body and it will cause no adverse side effects. If silicone ruptures inside your body, even if, like, it's not likely at all, but if it was to rupture inside your body, it can infect the tissue, With saline, it just gets absorbed by the body and there's no adverse side effects whatsoever. Number 2 is that I personally feel like saline feels the most like brush tissue. I know a lot of people think that silicone feels the most like normal brush tissue. I don't. I personally think saline feels normal, like it feels the normalist to me. So that is why I personally got saline, number 2. And then number 3 is because if for any reason in the future, if I decide that I want to add or take away the cc's in the implants here, I can do that without having to get a full surgery done. So if I was to say, like, if for some reason, like in a year from now or something, if I look at mine and I go, oh, I think I may want to go a little bit bigger, or oh, I think I may want to go a little smaller or something, I can call up my doctor and he can be like, okay, cool, let's go ahead, we'll go in and we can remove whatever you want. Okay, and it will literally just remove that amount so he can increase or decrease the size if I needed to in the future. And with silicone, it comes pre-filled, so there is no way to go in and add more or take away more unless you get the surgery done again. And I got my implants done under the muscle. And now we are on to day 4. This is the 4th day. I'm very excited. I have the most energy as I have since surgery. I've been very energetic. I'm still a bit tired and I can't, obviously I'm still very sore. Like I'm gonna be sore for a while. But I was able to get up and just, you know, move around, do things like normal. Yeah, I mean now I feel pretty good and it's just gonna get better. My post-op appointment is on Monday, so that will be on, so today is Friday the 20th, 21st is Saturday, 22nd is Sunday, so 23rd, it'll be on the 23rd, and they are gonna go in and take off the tape on the stitches, and the stitches will just be absorbed by the skin. But yeah, and that's pretty much it, and now I'll just go ahead and show you. So here is what they look like after surgery. So basically I went from a 34B around that to a full C / like a small D. So this is what they look like now and I absolutely love them. Like I said, I am wearing this surgical bra here that just has a lot of support. Well, actually the thing is that it doesn't have any support, but it helps support the breast just so it's not gravity, just so they're not just like kind of just hanging there. But yeah, I am absolutely in love with them. I think they're wonderful. I love them so much. I can't wait to be able to like look nice in like a shirt or a bikini. It's gonna be great. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I have to say on my breast augmentation surgery. Like if I think of anything else before I edit this, I will put it in post like pre-edit before I edit this, but I think that's pretty much it. I know I have kind of been all over the place because I've just been kind of like bang, boom, here, thing. So I'm just super excited. I've just wanted to make this video for so long, and I've wanted these for so long, and now I have them and I just love them. I just want to hug them and just like keep them very close to me. I mean, they're on my body, they're not going to go anywhere. But guys, I am going to go ahead and end the video here. I really hope that you did like it. If you did, then please click up that like button for me, and then subscribe if you want to see other videos that I watch, or that I watch. If you want to see the other videos that I post, and when I post them, click the little bell down the bottom there. And again, my name has been Kenzie. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.